even debating, like, it was, what happened? Oh, my birthday's April 8th.
Mm-hmm.
My dad passed away May 12th, and his birthday was like, I don't know, there's like a 3-week period his birthday. So it's like his birthday, my birthday, his passing away. And actually his sister, my aunt, passed away like just after that. So I knew I had like a 6-week period coming up
Mm-hmm.
of like 4 life things. And I hadn't, at that time, every time a life event that came up from the last 2 years, I would go into a depressed state for 2 weeks, one before, one after. It was like
Mm-hmm.
clockwork. I knew it was going to happen. I was like, I can't handle this one. And then I'd come off the depressed state, and the new one I'd come depressed. Like, I knew it was going to happen. I was doing everything I could to try to stop it, but they weren't happening. So I would be
Mm-hmm.
in this funk for like 2 months. I was like, I can't have this happen again. So actually, I went to my therapist. I emailed my therapist saying, I'm thinking about going on depressants. Can I come talk to you? I went to her. She got me in within like actually 12 hours, which I
Mm-hmm.
hadn't seen her in a while. So I was like, dope. Talked to her, and she's like, yeah, I've been seeing you for 2 years now. I knew you when you were with your ex, da 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 da. And I don't think it's the wrong thing. That's a good mindset. Let's look into this further. Get a hold of a doctor. I'm like, okay. I left her. I hopped onto my Instagram, which I do, and Instagram stories. And I was like, I'm being honest with y'all as I'm walking down the street, because I've been pushing sleep, pushing fitness, pushing all these things to take into our body and exert and
Mm-hmm.
take up mind to that was the way to get out of anxiety and depression. And I still believe it is a great core structure we need. You just sometimes need that extra thing that we can't get ourselves. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I've been saying this the whole time. I might be wrong, not wrong in the sake, but I thought I could make it without going on antidepressants. But guys, here I am, and I think I am going to have to. So I'm just going to own up to it right now. This is where I'm at and where I'm going through. Um, I'd even ask for ideas or suggestions. I'm like, I just like, it was like 30 seconds, like, this is it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just being honest with y'all. And I had like 4 people DM me and saying, have you looked at not even MDMA therapy, essentially like with psychedelic therapy.
Right.
So psychedelics is like acid, MDMA, or psilocybin mushrooms, I believe, are the 3 main ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I'd thought about it because, like, I don't know, I listen to Joe Rogan, Tim Ferriss, and they talk about it for like their business and their work and personal growth. But I hadn't thought about it for actually like anxiety and depression, PTSD. And then, yeah, one close friend's like, well, if you are, I have someone who does it that I can refer you. Because I don't know if you've looked it up, but a lot of people like it's hard to find someone that can take you safely through that journey because it's not legal. So they don't advertise it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's got to be like that was my first thought. I was like, I wonder where he found this person, but it's
Yeah.
cool that you had someone so close.
Got lucky.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and like also, I
Yeah.
mean, because I've used MDMA as like a party drug
Oh yeah, me
over
too.
the
It's
years,
fucking
like
fantastic.
like before. So, and I had never really thought of using it in that way because I mean, I see people use mushrooms for it all the time, but
Yeah.
that was the first time I'd ever heard of MDMA, and I was like, man, fuck. I was like, I remember using it back in the day, and I was like I can see the power of it, but I was more curious.
Yeah.
I wonder what
Well,
it did.
like you've used it, I've used it. Like I party drug. It's been a long time since I have,
Hmm.
mainly because I haven't been partying. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be again. I'd rather wake up with a MDMA hangover than like a booze hangover, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, like when you're on it and like if you're at a party or whatever and you're talking and like you're really open to a conversation. You're like,
Hmm.
depending how much you know the person, you're really open. Even if you don't know them and you find one thing you connect with, you're like, yo, let's have this deep conversation about this,
Hmm.
loving the vibe. And or if you're with someone you like or love, you're like, you're more honest about your feelings, you're more honest about these things.
Hmm.
And yeah, like that's, think about that situation, essentially like that conversation, but take out the booze, take out the music around you, and take out everyone else that you're like mind goes on. Because like when I'm on NDA, like I'm like a horny, so I'm like checking out all these chicks, and it's like great. Like really, that's like Molly is like that for me. So like the thing is, if I take away all those other things which take away my mind from like what I'm really focusing on, it's like It was just me and my therapist talking with the substance through me, which would make me so more open and vulnerable to things that I would be too ashamed of and afraid of to talk to them in person. Even though they're my therapist, when you're sober, you're like, I'm not,
Mhm.
that thing in the back of my head, like, I'm not going to say that. Let's leave it for the next time.